Last week, we released 4 versus 1, our latest video where we try to see just how many road riders working together it will take to beat one solitary rider on a time trial bike.
2 seconds in it!
Now, the result caused surprise, but in the comment section, there was only one question being asked. Just why was Ollie dropped? Did he have a mechanical? Did his flappy helmet strap hold him back? Did he just give up because it was less than an hour? Did he stop for coffee? Or did he misunderstand drafting to mean more draft ales the night before? Here is the full story.
We're gonna have to go on without him.
Yeah, so it all started with a phone call. Hank called me up and asked if I was able to offer my considerable horsepower to the GCN team time trial squad.
Ollie, Manon's busy, Dan's forgotten how to ride a bike, so we're really getting desperate. Can you ride, mate?
Of course.
Oh, top man.
I said, yeah, happy to be of service. No problemo. I'll come along and drop a few watt bombs, help the team out. But little did I know, things already started to go wrong before I'd even arrived.
He didn't use his aero bike. I don't know why he didn't choose to use the aero bike. I guess that's just a climber's decision, really, isn't it? But thanks for coming anyway, Ollie.
Hank rang me up and he said, he specifically said I needed to bring my super lightweight Canyon Ultimate non-aero bike with shallow wheels. Foolishly, I agreed and brought it along. And I had winter tyres, that's at least 5 watts.
He just wasn't prepared for what was coming, which is unlike Ollie.
Ollie really wanted to do his best for us and really try and kind of be the guy that made the difference to the team. And in my opinion, I think he got a bit too carried away early on.
Hank set off at a ridiculous pace, completely not being a team player, surging off the front. Then I came through, closed the gap and did a big turn, about 40 seconds at 400 watts. And then we entered into a dip. And to get out of that dip was obviously uphill. Peyton comes surging through like a nutter, like 600 watts seated. I'm just like out of breath from my turn, no chance to recover, can't get on the back, instantly get spat. Rest is history. They didn't even go that hard after that.
I didn't go off too hard. Ollie says I went off at a ridiculous pace, but, well, no, I didn't.
His first turn, when we started working, was a really hard one. He just went as hard as he could, kind of emptied himself at the front. And then when he came back around to rejoin the line, our team time trial squad, that's when he got dropped. And that is actually the hardest moment in a team time trial.
Well, you do your turn on the front, and you have to recover and try just as hard to get back on.
We needed to keep the pace on the front, to keep the speed nice and high, so that we can topple the time trial bike with Si upon it. And unfortunately, it was just us 3 working as a team because Ollie only did 1 turn.
Do you reckon it was the mudguard causing turbulence?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's before we even get on to the topic of my mudguard. I mean, yeah, undoubtedly that was causing some significant aero drag. Definitely was a contributing factor. I've kind of learnt that team time trialling is harder than it looks, and it's also actually quite a skill. I may not be an ex-pro like the others, but I'm still in pretty decent shape, and I don't feel this performance was representative of how fit I actually am. Having spoken to Conor, who has considerable team time trialling experience, having done it in the Giro d'Italia, he's actually educated me that the hardest part of a team time trial is when you rejoin the line at the end of your turn.
If you've never done it before, it is hard to get used to, but kind of doing a hard effort, getting round, recovering, and then doing another effort straight away to get back on the train is actually really, really difficult. So I just don't think Ollie gave himself enough in the tank to rejoin us.
You should always save energy so that you can surge to rejoin the line at the end and not kill yourself on your turn, which I kind of did. But you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger and all that. And considering I've got no team time trial experience and the others all did, and they're all ex-pros who are strong as, yeah, I'll do better next time.
We're 3! Who's off the back? have to go on without him. We're gonna have to go on without him.
Wasn't prepared for this, and he let himself down, he let the team down, he let the GCN staff down, he let the viewers down.
Whatever happens, I demand a rematch. This is ridiculous. Having ridden that course now, I can see that it suits a lone rider far better than a group. It's far too undulating and technical in its corners for a group to properly and effectively do turns. We need a more straightforward, flatter, out and back TT course, or perhaps even a motor racing circuit. And I'm bringing an aero bike and an aero helmet this time. I've had enough talking about this. All these armchair experts at home commenting, saying that I'm rubbish. I am rubbish, but I'm not that rubbish.
Do you think there's any hope for the GCN TT squad now?
I mean, that is a really, really good question. And I think it's going to take a lot. We're not too far off though, don't forget, you know, the time is dropping rapidly, the gap between us is closing. We just might need a bit of pro help. Is there any chance we can get a ringer in to help the GCN squad? I mean, yeah, I'm just hoping. 5 people must be able to topple that time trial bike. It's got to happen. I cannot let the GCN team get toppled by Siner's TT bike. It just can't happen. It just can't happen. Anyway, yeah, don't know what to say. It's actually embarrassing. It's getting embarrassing now. Really embarrassing.
I guess I better show them how it's done. 5 versus 1, here I come.